Shut down in Pretoria are adamant that they are forging ahead with their planned protest today. A poster with the logos of civic organisation SANCO and the ANC has been circulating on social media regarding a total shutdown of the city. However, the ANC in the city has distanced itself from the poster, saying that the planned mass meeting is either spearheaded by rogue members of the community or one of the plots to discredit the party as the country heads into the elections. March organizer David Ratladi says they are against the municipality's billing system. Let's get more on this story now. Reporter Sipho Steerman is in Pretoria West. Hey Sipho, thank you very much indeed for your time. What's happening currently?
Well, a very good morning to you and our viewers at home. I must say, first up, calling this a shutdown is a bit of an exaggeration because when you move around Pretoria, it seems to be life as usual. Everything seems to be running rather smoothly. Normal taxis are also, operating, so it's not so much of a shutdown. But of course, we know part of it is that it's that planned march going to the union buildings to, raise service delivery concerns. But to understand a bit more about this planned march, I'm joined now by Tshwane Metro spokesperson, that is Senior Superintendent Isaac Mahamba. Thank you very much, sir, for your time. Now let's talk about this planned shutdown. Is there a shutdown firstly? I didn't see anything.
I see people usually working in Tshwane. Businesses continuing as usually. School kids are there at school, and that's what we want as police, to make sure that we protect those citizens. So it's business as usually in the inner city of Tshwane this morning.
All right, so now what we understand is that as Tshwane Metro, you declined the application for this march to the union building. Why is that?
They could not meet the requirements of the security cluster. Hence, we did not approve this particular march. For instance, they were indicating that they want to go to union buildings to hand over a memorandum with the list of the issues that you just raised now. But when you go to union buildings, you will understand it's one of the national key points. That's 1, 2. And you cannot just wake up and go to union building and claiming you're going to hand over a memorandum. Somebody must receive that memorandum. We asked them that question: who is that person that is supposed to receive a memorandum? Is he aware or she aware that she'll be receiving a memorandum? They could not answer us. And if that person is intending to receive the memorandum, we should get a letter indicating that that person from the presidency is willing or is available to receive the memorandum. So that we are not going to grant them permission.
So did you communicate these concerns with the organizers before they went ahead and announced this? Or was there like an ongoing interaction?
Definitely, we engage them at the meeting. What we do normally, when you hand us an application intending to march, we call you, we sit you down, we engage you, and we advise. We don't just decline, we advise in terms of the proper procedures that you need to follow. But even these ones, we did the same advice, but unfortunately, as I indicated, they could not meet those requirements, hence we declined.
I spoke to one of the organizers just before we got to this location here, and they said, well, they're still going to go ahead with the planned march to the union buildings. How are you going to handle that as Tshwane Metro?
Remember again, we are required by law to police that march if indeed it happens. We are going to make sure that we protect the citizens that are supposed to do business in the CBD, people that are at schools, the people that are at work. It's our duty to protect them. But what we should emphasize is that that march will be regarded as illegally, not being approved by the city of Tshwane, and will allow the march to continue. In case anything might happen, we are police will take operational decision.
And the decision perhaps to decline the march, it may come across as the Tshwane seemingly trying to prevent people from protesting against the city, because some of these concerns are service delivery concerns directly put to the city's doors, that is the Tshwane Metro. So are you not concerned about being seen as suppressing people from practicing their right to protest?
Not at all, not at all. Anybody by law is permissible to march, to protest, but they should do that peacefully. They are not supposed to infringe the rights of other people. That's 1, 2. And if you come to us and say you want us to formalize your march. Unfortunately, there are processes that you're supposed to meet. If you don't meet them, we are not going to approve your march. There are people in the past who came and marched against the city. We granted them permission and we'll still continue to grant them permission if they meet the requirements of the security cluster.
All right, thank you very much, Senior Superintendent Mahamba there, explaining the processes to what led to the decision for the city of Tshwane to decline the application. But as you mentioned there, Blaine, the organizers are saying they are going ahead with the march. So we're going to have to wait and see. Currently in my background, there's absolutely nothing, no activity. The organizers are not here yet. They had said they're going to start at 9 o'clock, but the coast is clear. Shutdown-wise, none of that is happening as well. But we will see as the day commences as to how this planned protest pans out.
So how things stand, it's not a shutdown as we know it. What do we know about these posters with the logos of SANCO and the ANC? What's coming out of that?
Indeed, I was just speaking to actually Senior Superintendent Mahamba. He says it's the first time that he's heard of this group himself, being obviously Tshwane Metro spokesperson. It's a group that we are also not familiar with as reporters that we were working on the ground here in Pretoria. But yes, they claim to represent a number of taxi associations, whether in Hammanskraal and other northern townships. But the issues that they are raising issues regarding service delivery concerns. They're talking about the poor state of road infrastructure. They're talking about dedicated taxi lanes that they need. They're talking about clean drinking water. So these are service delivery concerns. So they're saying they are representing the people's interest in terms of this planned march, trying to make sure that the city accounts for what is perceived to be a failure of service delivery by the city of Tshwane.
All right, Sipho, keep us in the loop in terms of any further developments during the course of the day. Thank you very much indeed for your reporting. Sipho Sterman live for us in Pretoria. Well,